Hello everybody, my name is Deb from Just Do Something Homestead, and today we are going to plant peppers. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we are going to start planting our first seeds of the season. I started some sweet potato slips this week, but the very first vegetable I always plant is peppers. Thanks for joining us. Started placing all the items that I need on my shelves, and so a couple videos back I showed you how to set up these seed starter racks, and I now at this point have 3 of them. But today I'm going to be planting my peppers inside these little containers that include everything that you need. I got these at Walmart for $5 and something. I think they were $5.80. But it has the little roof. It's got 72 plugs, or what they call them, which are small areas for you to put your seeds. And then of course it has the tray underneath. One of the things you definitely need is to add heat, which we are going to do. And we're going to talk about which seeds are the best to plant. Today I'm going to focus on 2 different varieties of peppers that I'm going to be planting. Both of these varieties come from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. I get a lot of my seeds from there. But this pepper I have grown for at least 20 years. It is one of my favorites. On the back, if you're brand new to planting seeds, it gives you all the information. So it was packed for 2023. You can use seeds that are much older than that. I save my own seeds from many plants, and sometimes you can use them 10 years, sometimes you can use them more. But this one is California Wonder Pepper, an old-time garden standard, excellent green bell pepper, nice size and very good yields. This one I am planting to sell as seedlings, as well as planting some here to grow for the peppers to sell at the farmer's market this summer. The second one that I'm going to grow today is King of the North. Now, I will admit this is the first time I've ever planted this one. It sounded great to me. Blocky fruit are well flavored when picked green or red. Jim likes them more red than green. Early and superb for the north, and that is us. We are in West Virginia, and our zone is 6B. So both of these peppers take a little bit longer than most peppers. These are the 8 to 12 weeks. So I plan on about 12 weeks before I can plant anything outside. As I mentioned, I also save seeds, and so this was from just one sweet red pepper that I grew myself. I dried out the seeds and I placed it in this tiny little container. These containers are glass. I absolutely love these containers. I buy them at Dollar Tree, which is more like a $1.25 tree anymore. These are the larger ones, but they are glass. They have a lid. Once they are fully dried, this is what I store most of my seeds in. I choose to mix up my own organic starting soil that I use for potting soil. And I choose to only use organic. I use organic soil, I use organic seeds. Everything that I do on my homestead, I try to make organic, which is not always easier. Sometimes it's getting harder. But in using these 3, the easiest way to do it is to find a big container. And as you know, I was a teacher, so I have lots and lots of colorful containers. And I am just going to stir some of each of those into my big container. The 3 bags that I've chosen to use is Whitney Farms Organic Potting Soil, Jiffy Natural and Organic Seed Starting Mix, and the last one is All-Purpose Potting Mix. All 3 of these I found at my local Walmart. They were more than $5, less than $10. I think the prices seem to change daily on these things. And I've dumped about 1/3 of a bag into my container. And just like our homestead is changing and growing and definitely in need of improvement, so is our 1972 house. So if you're admiring my wonderful orange 1972 carpet, that is in the home that we purchased. And right now it's perfect if you're going to be stirring dirt on it. As as I stir in my potting soil, I'm also going to add water to it. Many of these potting mixes are completely dry. In fact, the Jiffy one has no water in it at all. So you're going to have to add to it before I add it to my planting pots. The next step is to fill in each one of these cells where you will put your pepper seeds. Since I'm starting so many seeds, I am only going to put one in each one. Typically, if we start getting towards the end of the season and I'm afraid of the germination rate, I will put 2 seeds in each one. But today, I'm only going to put 1. The easiest way to do this for me is to just use my scoop and dump it on top, and then I'm just going to shake it and move it around, and whatever still needs some, I will pour it over it, shake it around, and lastly pour it back into my container. So I'm going to fill this one up and be right back with you. Alright, so I filled up each compartment with some potting soil and seed starters so that we can get started. Now, I don't have a greenhouse. I should say I don't have one yet. I have a lot of friends who say, I can't do this. This is in my spare bedroom under some lights with some heat. I really think it's so important to start growing your own vegetables. I can't stress that enough. So please just go get some seeds and just try it. Just do something. These are my California Wonder seeds. I'll bring them up close so you can see them. I highly doubt there's 72 in there, but what I'm going to do is plant from the left to the right and see how many seeds I can get planted out of this one pack. Well, I stand corrected. There were probably 100 seeds in that one packet. So what I've done at this point is I have simply put 1 seed in the center of each cell, and I'm going to go through now and I'm just going to push them ever so slightly down into the soil and then cover it up. I'm not going to plant them super deep, just like that, and I'm going to go along and plant each one of these peppers. And if it's not quite deep enough, push it down a little bit more. There's no exact science to this. And I'm going to go through and do this for each one of these pepper seeds. And there you have it. That is 72 California Wonder peppers planted. So the only thing I have left is to put on the clear plastic lid. Make sure that the soil is moist. There were a couple low spots, so I added some more soil on top. And that is how you get started with your seeds. After placing it on my rack, I'm going to put this little plastic lid on top. That is going to keep the moisture into the seeds so that the seeds can germinate. Then I place it on a heating mat. Peppers need to have warm soil so that they can grow. That is one of the items that definitely needs their seeds heated up. And I showed this before, but I've been buying my heat mats on Amazon. This is showing one of them. And I said it was considerably cheaper. I looked into it. It was $26 to buy 2 of these, where Walmart was about $26 for one. So I did order them from Amazon. At this point, I'm going to turn on my lights. Now, what is important to remember is my lights are on a timer. So, woo, they're nice and bright. But do not put your heating mat on a timer. There we go. So that is the first tray of peppers for 2023. It'll take about 12 weeks until I can plant them outside. Another tray exactly the same way. This one is King of the North, so I'll get that one done yet tonight. And one thing that I cannot stress more is that make sure you label what you have grown. I don't know how many times I've seen people say it's some kind of pepper, but I don't know what kind. I am going to label absolutely everything. Now, I might not be able to do that right now, but I'm going to put that on there. I know the entire tray is that. And being a teacher, one thing I like to do is laminate the packet. That way I can keep it, I can go back to it and refer the information that was printed on the back. Another thing that I'm going to do is I am going to write in my journal, my gardening journal, what I planted, how many, and the date. This one's from 2018, but on there you can see that on March 2nd in 2018, I planted California Wonder. And then if you look, they came up on 3/16. So they came up just about 2 weeks later. So I make sure that I write all of this down and I continue to add to it and keep the journal. I also keep a journal of how many I sold so that I can plan on how many to sell for the following year. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found this video helpful, encouraging. It is not difficult to grow peppers. One of those, once you give them enough light and enough moisture and heat, they are just going to take off. I can't wait to show you where they are in about 2 weeks. But thank you so much for joining. Please like, subscribe, and share. It helps to grow our channel, and that is so important to me. I want to be able to reach lots of people. So if you are like-minded, please share this with someone else who might benefit from our videos. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.